details coming in of how this entire operation had been conducted. It's not over yet, as we mentioned. The precision strike in Dachigam, in fact, the search operations have continued overnight. So there has been an overnight hunt for more terrorists. In fact, intel suggests that there could be about 4 to 5 more terrorists who could be holed up there. And let's tell you what actually led to these terrorists and their exact location being identified. There is a rare Chinese ultra set that was used by these terrorists, and the moment they switched it on, the moment they tried to use it, that's when the signals went, helping our forces know their exact location. In fact, we are told that they were also in touch with their handlers, consistently in touch with the handlers over the last many days. There have in fact been some recoveries, including AK-47 rifles as well as the M4 carbines and grenades as well, that have been recovered from the very site. So Priyank, overnight operations have continued, and take us through the details of in the operation, how the forces had been waiting very patiently, knowing that the patients are there. A little bit about the geography as well on why this becomes a big challenge for the forces.
See, Sati Pratibha, we have to tell to our viewers that this area of Pahalgam, which is not too far away from the Srinagar city, could be of an aerial distance around 20 to 30 kilometers. Around this particular area are the Himalayan mountain peak, which is connecting one location to another. That's why it's called valley. They have in 5 districts which is there in Srinagar, which are interconnected through these valleys. That is the reason because of which the Pakistanis have been sending their terrorists to carry out further attack. But the kind of recovery I would like to highlight, Pratibha, because there have been 3 assault rifle picture which we have managed to access yesterday from the location of this particular attack, which shows the Romanian 7.32 mm rifle, which is an assault rifle which does not have a very large barrel. Then you have M4 rifles, which is made of America. So these kind of recovery is clearly establishing that the ammunition were sent from across the border. It was not like that these rifles are found in the grey market here in India. It has to be sent from across the border, which is establishing the Pakistani role. The role of these terrorists being from Pakistan is once again being assisted, and that's why the forces are taking some more time to come out in public and give clear detail about the real identity of these terrorists, because there have to be protocol and there have been process which need to be followed from other intel assets which are across the border, so that the exact home address of these terrorists can be pointed out towards our viewers. We know that the political turmoil is starting going on. There have been series of statements which is coming out from the opposition party, questioning the kind of credible input-based operation which has been launched by security forces. So at this moment, on one side, the operation is certainly going on. On the other side, the evidence is certainly being a key aspect of this particular operation, which is being gathered by our forces, not only for the Indian people, but also for the international community. Because India had made it very clear that Operation Sindhu is not over. If needed, this can be launched once again. The Pakistanis could have told these terrorists to hide for a while till the time the situation goes down, because they know that the Indian armed forces are very much prepared to carry out another attack on the Pakistani soil. If at all, they could have carried out another attack in India. That's why this kind of 3 months of time lapse was taken by these lesser terrorists. But we know, Pratibha, the terrorists are still here. A few of them are still, hiding in these density forest area, and they are waiting to carry out further attack. That's why very foolproof security measures have been taken on the ground, and no collateral damage is certainly something which is a key priority for our forces. That's why Indian Army was on the top after the intel was gathered. CRPF and the local police were on the ground, which is going to be the SOP which is going to be followed by the forces in the due course of time, because there are few more which need to be eliminated by forces on the ground.
Okay, all right. Kudos to our forces for the valor that they have shown. Priyank, for the moment, thank you for joining us with those details. We'll come back to you. Like you mentioned, the Operation Mahadev is also continuing. There have been overnight operations, search operations that are currently underway. We'll come back to you for those updates, but we want to tell our viewers how this entire operation actually unfolded. Now, remember Operation Sindoor. It was a name that evoked a lot of emotion. It had meaning. And similarly, Operation Mahadev, that's the name of this operation that has killed the terrorist who was involved in the Pahalgam terror attack. Now, how was the name given? It was named after the mountainous peak Mahadev in the Srinagar outskirts. Now, this operation had been launched on the 18th of July. There was intel on about 4 to 5 terrorists who were said to be holed up near Shalimar Bagh. Now, Shalimar Bagh is a very popular tourist destination. Just about 4 to 5 kilometers from there is where the terrorists were said to be holed up. This was based on the intel that our sources had. Now, the breakthrough, they'd been waiting from the 18th of July, but finally the breakthrough came at 2 a.m. when the terrorists actually activated this Chinese T-82 Ultra Set. This is a communication device. Let's tell you what T-82 Ultra Set actually is. This is a rare encrypted communication device, Chinese made, but this is what gave way, and this was the moment of the breakthrough for our forces, because the moment they switched it on, the forces moved in with pinpoint coordination after days of surveillance. So from 18th up until now, they had been conducting surveillance of the area, but the moment the signal was picked up, they moved in with precision. And the result, of course, as we all know, is that 3 terrorists have been gunned down, one of them being the key conspirator in the Pahalgam terror attack as well. Let's also talk about the recoveries that have been made, which is an indication that these terrorists were also planning more attacks. Now, AK-47s have been recovered from them. Apart from that, an M4 carbine, which is a shortened version of the M16 rifle, and also rifle grenades have been found, which is a rare kind of a grenade which has a longer reach than the other grenades. All these are the recoveries that have been made in Operation Mahadev after the 3 terrorists were gunned down. The moment that the entire country had been waiting for Pahalgam to be avenged. The terrorist who was involved in the Pahalgam attack has been gunned down by our forces. Let's in fact also talk about the man himself, the terrorist. In fact, Suleiman is the suspected former commander of the Pakistan Special Forces and is believed to have received training at LET's Murid K terror camp. Let's talk about the other 2 eliminated terrorists as well. They have been identified as Abu Hamza as well as Mohammad Yasir. The Chinar Corps of the Indian Army confirmed that 3 terrorists have been neutralized, while informing that the operation is still ongoing. Bodies of all 3 Pakistani terrorists have also been recovered, and sources have told Times Now that a US-made carbine, 2 AK-47 and 17 rifle grenades and other materials have also been recovered. Times Now has also accessed the pictures of the exact spot where these terrorists were hiding, as well as the pictures of the grenades which were recovered from the spot.
Pahalgam butchers were not too far away from Pahalgam. They were hiding in Dachigam, which is very close to the main city of Srinagar. They were hiding in the forest area of Dachigam when Sugri operators got to know about their information, them hiding in this location. On 18th, this massive operation was launched by Sugri forces. Later to that, on Monday morning, their location was tracked down and finally they have been eliminated. The main person was Musa, who was trained in Pakistan, and he was a part of multiple attacks which have been carried out at several other locations here in the valley. What is very alarming is this location, the encounter location, being very close to the main city of Srinagar. As we zoom in, as the sun is setting down, you can see the blinking light from this Srinagar valley, which is clearly establishing that another tragedy has been averted. Initially, the Jammu and Kashmir police released the sketch of Hasim Musa, Ali Baba, Adil Hussain Thokar, but NIA later on arrested Parvez as well as Bashir. The 3 terrorists who have been killed by the security forces obviously include Hasim Musa. What is important is that foreign-made assault rifles which has been recovered from them, and the kind of 14 to 15 hand grenade which has been recovered from them, which was clearly establishing that they were about to carry out another ghastly attack in the valley.
So let's also break down the recoveries that have been made. And these recoveries show very clearly that there are many foreign weapons that were in possession of these terrorists. In Operation Mahadev, the forces have recovered many of these weapons, establishing a cross-border involvement. The ongoing terror Operation Mahadev, which was conducted near Srinagar's Dachigam forest, has revealed some alarming evidence of foreign involvement by the Indian security forces. Now, weapons that have been recovered. Let's take a look at the weapons that have been recovered from the spot from where these terrorists have been eliminated. They indicate a sourcing from multiple foreign countries. And this, of course, raises further questions and also very clearly indicates the cross-border terrorism that India has been speaking about to the world. Let's talk about what has been found. The Romanian Model 90, which is a 7.62 mm, a variant of the AKM, with underfolding stock, which is widely used by the non-state actors. Apart from that, what has been found is the hybrid Russian AKM, the 7.62 assault rifle, which features mixed components, likely customized for specific operational flexibility. Apart from that, the American M4 has also been found. The M4 Commando, which is the 1995 variant, a short barrel carbine, which is used by NATO forces and seen in the use in the top tier military cadres in the past high profile operations as well. The nature and origin of these weapons suggests the involvement of a very, very well supported terror network that is operating with external logistical backing. The question is, where are the terrorists getting these rifles from? This sophisticated weaponry, where are they getting it from? And this very clearly indicates the Pakistani involvement. The presence of the American-made M4 Commando in particular, in fact, raises concerns of direct cross-border support supply chains that are clearly functioning. My colleague Priyank continues to stay live with us. And Priyank, while India has been, of course, talking about the cross-border terror, look at the weaponry, the sophisticated weapons that have been recovered from the terrorists. What do they indicate?
They indicate, Pratibha, that they were meant for special forces commandos. These are not normal weapons which could have been given to the LTs, which are the local terrorists who are here in the valley. Because the discrimination among the terror accused is also quite visibly seen in the past. The local terrorists who are from the Indian side of Kashmir will be obviously given AK-47 kind of weapon, but these are highly sophisticated weapons which are being given by the LETs and the other terror operatives like TRF. They have been giving these kind of weaponry to their homegrown terror modules which are being infiltrated towards the Indian side so that they can protect themselves from the forces because in this kind of operation which happens in between security forces and these terrorists, there is a massive operation which has been seen in the past also. That's why these kind of sophisticated weapons have been given to these Pakistan-trained commandos to come towards the Indian soil and carry out further possible attack. Can you imagine a normal person can survive in these kind of mountain terrain for over 3 months? That's not possible. You need to have a proper training. You need to have a commando special forces training to survive in this kind of densely, dense forest area, which can be seen as per this moment. Our viewers need to understand, Pratibha, that there will be politics across the globe in these kind of issues, which is happening here in India, which is very unfortunate.
Yes.
But the kind of survival tactics which has been taken by these terrorists clearly establishes point number one, they were trained. Point number two, the kind of weaponry which has been recovered from them clearly establishes that they were meant for special forces commandos. Musa, who's said to be the one who was trained by the Pakistani army, and then the other two terrorists also having these kind of sophisticated weapons which have originated from the foreign soil, from America and Romania, is also establishing that other two were also trained by the Pakistani army for survival tactics, to attack on the forces and to use
where the funding comes from, and the Pakistan imprint, Priyank, is very, very clear in that, isn't it? Unfortunate that some refuse to see it. Priyank, thank you for joining us with those details. We'll come back to you through the day as the operation continues. But we spoke about the politics of it as well, and let's talk about that. Security forces on one hand have neutralized 3 terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir's Dachigam forest as part of this Operation Mahadev. Among those killed was also Suleiman, alias Musa, the alleged mastermind of the Pahalgam terror attack. But for the Congress party, it has raised questions over the timing of the operation, calling it suspicious. Speaking to Times Now, the Congress MP Imran Masood raised questions on Operation Mahadev, asking how the Pahalgam attackers were killed within just an hour of the discussion starting out in the parliament. He asked, how is it that if the issue was raised in the parliament in the morning, the terrorists were killed by the afternoon?
आज ही तो सवाल उठाए, आज ही मार दिया। इतनी तेज चल रहा है तो पीओके पे कब्जा कर लिए होते ना। ये काम तो पीओके पे कब्जा करके समझ में आता कि पीओके पे कब्जा होता हमारा। गौरव जी ने, राजनाथ सिंह जी ने बयान दिया था पार्लियामेंट में। राजनाथ सिंह जी ने 1 घंटे के भाषण के अंदर एक भी बार ये नहीं बता पाए कि पहलगाम के आतंकी को क्या था, और गौरव गोगोई साहब ने उसके ऊपर सवाल खड़ा किया और 1 ही घंटे के अंदर सारा का सारा काम। वाह!
तो आपको लग रहा है कि मतलब ऑपरेशन महादेव जो हुआ है, जिसमें 3 आतंकी मारे गए हैं, उस पे आप सवाल उठा रहे हैं? या
कोई सवाल नहीं उठा रहा हूँ मैं, उस पर सवाल नहीं उठा रहा हूँ मैं। तो जो जयंत पांडा साहब ने कहा पार्लियामेंट के अंदर, तो इतनी तेजी के साथ कैसे आइडेंटिफाई भी हुए और पता भी चल गया, और आपने पार्लियामेंट में 1 मिनट में बता भी दिया। मैं तो ये पूछ रहा हूँ। हालांकि अगर इतनी तेजी के साथ मारे तो हमें पीओके पे कब्जा होता ना, हमारा समझ में आता हमारी।
So earlier in the day, in the parliament, the BJP MP Baijanjay Panda had acknowledged the Operation Mahadev, confirming that it was aimed at the terrorists and that one of those killed was involved in the Pahalgam attack.
Even as we were debating this issue today, some of us must have seen in the news that an Operation Mahadev is being conducted in Jammu and Kashmir, targeted at terrorists, and it appears that at least one of those eliminated today was involved in the Pahalgam attack.
My colleague Tejshri joins us on the broadcast. Tejshri, at the beginning of this bulletin, we broke down the details of how this entire Operation Mahadev was taken up by the forces, launched on the 18th. Over the next many days, they were waiting there patiently with precision, gunning down these terrorists. But yet, on the other hand, you have politics breaking out. The Congress party now even questioning the timing of this.
Well, absolutely. It was the same Congress party who was questioning so as to why the terrorists are not being caught, why it's taking so long for the government to nab the terrorists, for the agencies to nab the terrorists, why they are not being killed even after 100 days have been passed. But now, in fact, when the terrorists are killed, one of the mastermind of the Pahalgam attack is said to be killed. Then also they are questioning about the timings, that why he is killed at this point of time when there's a discussion going on, and in the same discussion they are also asking the question that why they are not killed. So clearly there is a kind of confusion that they need to understand that it is really very difficult in such kind of terrain when it comes to security forces to find and kill the terrorists. Back to you.
Okay, all right, Tejshri, thank you for joining us with those details. Today, of course, Operation Sindoor, the debate will take place in the parliament again. The question is, will the opposition play a responsible role or yet again question our forces? Quick break now. We'll be right back. Stay with us.